You're listening to the Mopcast Network.
Welcome to the Cult Movie Cantina. How are y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm tired. I normally have a whole spiel that I wrote up.
I don't even have a script.
I didn't even
time.
write one up. We're doing this kind of on the fly. So
Miss 1 week and there's not a script when I come back.
No, everything.
What y'all doing that last week?
It was crazy. This is the podcast that looks at your favorite cult films, pairs them up with an alcoholic beverage,
Yep.
shows them to someone who's not seen them,
That would be me.
and we talk about it. That's me. Yay! I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by, as always,
Your facilitator of fun and lady of libation, Stephanie.
Justina, the Jellicle Jester. I forgot my name.
and she who knows no movies or
Okay,
her name.
that. Also,
We also have a special guest.
My name is Mackenzie. I'm Justina's daughter.
it's weird to hear you say my name. But yeah, she belongs to me. She was real excited to be on the microphone. You have to stop
She has more to say.
smacking your gum, or-
Yeah, okay, so yeah, don't smack the gum into the microphone.
I'm the lovable unicorn.
Oh,
Oh!
she just had a name
She has
on the fly.
The lovable unicorn. I like it. Normally, I would say we have ads here, but again, I didn't write anything out today. So basically, I want to say this. Hey, follow us on our stuff.
I can remember all my paragraphs.
Well, then you go for it.
All right. So you can find us on any kind of podcast area, Podbean, Spotify, any of that stuff. Just look for us on Mopcast. Also, you can find us on YouTube, which is where we have our little short films and all of our other cool stuff that you can see. And so basically just look for mopcast.com or scottywhite.com and you'll find us.
And then Facebook. We're on Facebook.
Oh, of course
at
we're on Facebook.
The Cult Movie Cantina or Scotty White. We're all doing this like on the fly. We're doing great.
You are doing wonderful.
So speaking of Facebook, you can talk to the cultists, which would be us, by the way.
We are the
We love
cultists.
talking. Or, you can keep up to date on when we might have a live show.
Speaking of live
Whoa.
shows,
Oh my goodness. Is there a live show,
we
Stephanie?
do have a live show
What
coming
in
up.
the world?
So, October 26th and 27th.
Oh, look at her knowing
I
the dates.
know it.
She squished up her nose too, like,
I know.
maybe
I had
that's
to
the day.
think. We will be doing a live show. We'll be at Horror Graw here at Gamers and Geeks in Mobile, Alabama.
Woo-woo.
So come by and meet us, and we'll definitely be doing a live cult show. We may throw in another one of our shows in there. So
We're definitely doing 2 shows.
We're doing 2 shows. We haven't decided what our second one
I
is
think
yet.
I'm really
so.
close on that, though. I was talking to other parties, so I think we're really close on that.
Okay.
Do you remember the movie we're doing for the Cult Movie Cantina live version?
I absolutely do. Not.
Thank you.
Which is funny because this is a repeat from 2 weeks
I
ago.
know, and
Is
I
it
didn't
Halloween?
know. Hold on. No, hold on.
No, my God, we're falling into the same trap than 2 weeks ago. You said the same thing 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
Is it
hold on.
Halloween?
It's Groundhog's Day.
It is
No, that's in February.
weird.
Stop it, Scotty, stop it.
Why is this so hard? It's a great movie because every time we do this and you tell me what it is, I'm like, oh my God, I love that movie.
Justina had a wonderful description of it.
Okay, well, it's not Night of the Living Dead because you guys did that last week.
No, and I know you watched that with us, and
I did.
I want to have your thoughts on
Okay. Oh, okay.
that. 'Cause we
Oh,
missed your
I
thought-
do. It's the Goonies, right?
No,
It's not the
Oh,
Goonies.
sorry.
When are we doing the Goonies?
I don't
It doesn't
know.
matter. We are apparently doing it soon.
She's like, we're gonna do the Goonies.
Because every time it's like, that's a great movie. I have not
Okay,
seen
what's
that
our
one either.
what's our movie for Hargra?
Do you remember?
Not even. I said Halloween. That was where I was at.
Where you
Is it like one of those where it's
No,
like Halloween
no,
or
no.
Friday the 13th?
No, but I
or-
know why you're thinking Halloween. I'll go ahead and say it. I'll say it again at the end of the episode. Next week's episode is going to be Halloween 4, The Curse of Michael Myers. We have
It's Halloween. It's just a different number.
we have a special guest for that. But that is not the live show.
Oh, okay.
We're doing a live show at Horror Girl.
Oh.
And then we're doing a specific movie for that.
What
Is
movie
it
are
a
we
That
horror
we-
movie?
That is, that That is a horror movie.
What is the bad guy?
We talked about it 3 weeks ago.
Okay, just tell me
2
the bad
weeks
guy.
ago.
Is it a scary movie or is it one that's not very scary?
It depends on who's watching
We're
it.
gonna
Like all
figure
horror,
this
it's
out.
very
We got
subjective.
Stephanie.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Give us. Okay, we want a hint without telling us.
Without not
give
an
us
obvious hint, but a hint that we can figure out. I've never seen it, so I'm gonna help as much as I can.
Okay,
Stephanie.
okay, ready?
I've seen it, and I'm sure I love the movie. So I need a hint.
It's about a citizen who travels.
Oh, Tom Hanks was in that, and he got stuck in an airport.
No. Somebody who travels.
Oh, I know it. It's American Werewolf
Yeah,
in London.
that's it. Yes.
Yay!
I love that movie.
You guys would be terrible at password.
Why can't
I got
She
it.
got it.
I got it.
second.
Almost right away. You didn't have to give a second hint.
It was awesome.
Like he got sick, and the healthcare was
Okay,
so
so-
bad.
Come and meet us, and we're going to do a show on American Werewolf in London.
if she remembers.
We'll be like, "What are we watching again?" Oh, we'll just figure out when we watch it. It's fine. Just put it on,
The
Scotty.
good news is, Cultist, if I forget to watch said movie before our actual show, I have seen it many times, and I have a feeling I can totally
I
talk
remember
about
it at all.
I
No,
have
I
not.
can't.
So the whole time I will just keep going with my no. This dude got sick in America and then went to London for help and became a werewolf.
Okay. Again, you can't remember the movie, but twice now you have remembered your synopsis.
Exactly. But okay, first of all, I did remember the movie after I got a hint. Thank you very, very much.
That's not remembering the movie.
Listen, I would like a poll started on Facebook whether or not that constitutes.
You know, I think
remembering the
Facebook
movie.
stopped polls. I think they undid polls.
You can't poll?
Not right now. I think they took them off.
Come on, F book. What the F?
You
Come
can
on.
poll on Twitter.
We could poll on Twitter, but we might.
We might. He's like, oh, maybe. We'll see.
You could start a poll. Why do I have to do this?
What are we
Okay,
polling?
first of all, I will start the poll.
I'm like, what are we polling?
Whether or not it constitutes as me remembering the film
You guys wonder
because
what,
he had to give me a hint, but I figured it out with the hint. So he says, you've forgotten it over and over again. I was like, I just remembered. You're welcome.
But again, what are we polling?
Whether or not that means I remembered.
So just to let you know why there's an alcoholic component to this show. Just letting you know.
It's
Some days I
necessary.
need it.
Some days I need it.
So last week we watched Night of the Living Dead 1990. And Stephanie and I had a wonderful discussion. Unfortunately, you could not make it.
I did listen to half of it while I was at work crocheting on my lunch break.
Nice,
Awesome.
nice,
Thank you.
nice. But you watched it with us on the watch party,
Yeah.
and you had thoughts,
Yeah.
and I would love to hear those
okay,
thoughts.
so I'm going to try to run through them. Is that, just to recap, make
Sure.
sure my brain, because there's a lot going on in my life right now.
I got you.
That dude locked himself in the basement because that was the best place to be?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that girl screamed a lot.
So Barbara,
Yeah, Barb, she was obnoxious. Like, she screamed a lot.
But she quit screaming.
Yeah,
She
she-
no, she was still screaming at the end. She stopped a little bit.
Oh, you got to be talking about the blonde girl. Then
I don't remember, but it
Barbara
became.
was the one that was the badass with the guns and
Barbara-
stuff.
She was a badass. She still screams sometimes.
she did at the end.
Yeah,
Did she?
Yeah,
like she was like,
Oh, I
you
must
know
have
that
not
she was
noticed it.
supposed to be the cool person, and she's the one that lived in the end. But she screamed so much that I even made the comment like, the '90s movies are for women who need help and scream constantly. Like even when they're the heroine or the person that lives in the end, they still spend the whole time like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit here and scream.
I liked in that they decided that they definitely had to have a woman screaming the entire movie.
Yeah, if she wasn't screaming, it was that other chick.
And so they had someone to come in and tag her out. So
It
when
was
when
all
Barbara
the
became
time.
when Barbara became Sarah Connor, she tagged Judy Rose, and Judy Rose just started screaming.
Yeah. It was too much. There was a lot of screaming. More importantly, you just said Sarah Connor. Is that who that is?
No, but that's who she kind of becomes. She becomes a Sarah
okay.
Connor, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
Linda Hamilton.
I was like, was that
Patricia
the same
Tillman.
actress? Because I didn't realize that.
No,
yet.
Patricia Tillman.
I guess my takeaway, real quick, to my kid is, be the badass that doesn't have to scream the whole time. Okay. You can talk into the microphone. You got to be into the microphone if you're gonna talk.
Okay.
Thank you. I included her. That's all that matters. Do you have something else you want to say?
No.
Okay, so I thought. But yes, like, you don't have to be the person that sits there and screams. You can be the person that takes action and is scared, but doesn't have to scream about it. Like, be scared and then process it and deal with it. Don't
Unless
sit there
you're
and
doing
scream.
karate, and
Yeah,
then you need to
or
scream
rage
during
yoga.
karate. Rage yoga,
Yep.
or
Unless
karate, you
it
need
is
to
something
scream.
where like you need to get it out. That's fine.
Have you done rage yoga in a while?
I've done rage yoga twice, and
How
she's
was the
done it
second
once.
one? I didn't do the second one. How
It
was
was really good. He's going to be doing one this month. I think it's the last Wednesday of every month that he's doing it, and this one will be a Halloween themed one.
Oh.
So you can wear costumes and stuff. I'm
gonna
assuming.
wear my sock monkey onesie.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Okay, I will. Where is it gonna be? Is it the same place?
Yeah.
every
Oh
time?
yeah.
Okay. If I forget, let me know.
I will
My
definitely.
Wednesdays
let
are
you know.
usually very open, so
I will let you know.
okay. Cool. I'll be there in sock monkey onesie if anybody wants to join.
You got to come join us
monkeys
for
on my
rage
feet.
yoga.
That's
What
I'm
would
saying
I
right now.
do?
You would scream
No,
You
that's- I don't-
stretch sometimes
Okay.
and you deep breathe and then you shoot fireballs
No,
And
you-
double-fisted
arrows
unicorns.
and double-fisted unicorns
Mhm.
and you drink
and say the F
you
word a
drink
lot.
beer and you scream. Derby wife?
I could do that without
Yes, please.
the presence of others.
I'm gonna bring my derby wife. Okay, she's gonna
That's
come
fine.
too. Onesies. No, you can't come. I moved it to Mackenzie because she went to speak. She can't come. I'm sorry, kid.
Not yet.
No.
It's gonna be in a bar.
It's adult only.
You're not allowed to. Sorry.
One day.
Be older. She was like earlier today. She
older.
said because she's 12. She's like, if you just switch the numbers, then I can drink.
That's
Oh, that's smooth. Oh, well done.
That's
No.
bravo. That's
No.
true. That's true. It doesn't work that way, but
My
it's
adorable
true.
12-year-old. Not gonna.
Of course, you add them together, you're 3, and you definitely can't drink then.
Oh, there you go.
You're the same age as Callie.
Just look at that hateful look she gave you.
Anyway, so what else we want to discuss?
So, did you like the zombies?
Oh, the zombies. I mean, I found it rather boring as a movie altogether.
Uh huh.
And the screaming was a lot. And then what was the other main actor?
Tony Todd, the black guy.
Yes, he was intense. Like he showed up suddenly, and everything he said was intense. Like,
I love
he didn't
some
have
Tony
a moment
Todd.
where he was calm. It was always like, I was just down there, and they say it's this, but that can't be right. And people are walking around with their necks broken, and it was like intense from the beginning. Where I'm like,
I need
you
him
need
to
to
be
calm
intense,
down.
though.
You're being
No.
too loud. Okay.
He's very calm as the villain in Candyman.
I have not seen that, but I have heard about it, and I have seen the images from it.
Yeah.
And yes, he is Candyman, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes, he
Okay.
is. He's also a Klingon.
I love how she
He's gotten around.
pieces things together. It just-
Right.
You can't see it because it's an audio podcast. We're just watching her put like it's a puzzle one. And there.
I feel
Do
like
you
I
remember
have
what
the
the
very much
Klingons
light
are?
bulb face. Klingon, I feel like was Star Trek.
Ooh.
Right. But
Because
do you
that
remember what they
sounds
look
like
like?
the nonsense I don't remember. They're the ones with the weird things on their foreheads, right?
Yes,
Oh, look at her.
very
Oh,
good.
it's like the
She
butt
can be
ridges.
taught.
They're ridges.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they look like
Ridges.
so. I was gonna say a bad word. I kept it in. I don't know how many we're allowed per podcast.
Depends
And
on
I
how
don't curse at work now, so I notice when I start, I don't stop. It's like I have to get it out, so I'll just not do it.
just depends on how many of the bad. I mean, technically, officially on the podcast, if you look at our podcast, we have the explicit tag.
Awesome.
Okay, that is good to know because I am
Y'all
working
never noticed?
now.
Y'all have never noticed the E?
No, I have not.
So don't listen to it without
I
headphones.
thought E
When
means
it
everyone.
No, E means explicit.
I honestly
That's
thought E
PlayStation.
meant everyone.
No, E is for explicit.
PlayStation.
I'm serious. I thought it meant everyone.
No, E is for explicit. Nothing is for everyone.
Exact opposite. Where she was like, "Kids could be watching this. Justina, calm down." Okay. Jeez. What do you work at a desk?
Well,
or
no,
something and
I
have to
mean,
get all your curse
I-
words out at once.
I totally drop F-bombs all the time, but I have been a little bit more careful with the podcast because I thought it meant for everyone. I really did.
We should
Scotty's over there like, I should not have told him that.
No, in the end, I'm the one who edits. So if I think like, "Ooh, this is a little bit excessive," some of them
You
may
can put
go.
a bleep over it.
Can
Or
you
I
put a
can-
cool sound over us? Because I almost want a cool sound, and I really want to curse more.
Sometimes depends on what the sound is.
It
We
needs
have-
to be like a cool horn that says no, no.
See, okay.
No.
So the problem
Or
is,
booga.
so the problem with that is that usually most people when they curse, they add it in as part of their sentence. So like, no fucking way, and the way that is
No,
so
no, wait.
right. So it would be no And then the no has to be as long as the
Well,
fucking.
how about a no ooga? Just
Ooga. We'll experiment as we go along. I
Yes,
suppose.
please.
That's hilarious.
The next part, actually, this one, if you could just add in a couple of sound effects for this one section right here, just so we can see what it sounds like.
So we'll try.
Yeah, so those were curse words, our fellow cultists.
So you're not making
But
me
we
do
are
extra work.
experimenting. Enjoy. Let us know what your.
I
what's your
realized I
favorite.
had some curse words in that video that I sent you that you're going to release.
Yeah, I was. Really,
I didn't realize that there were curse words in it
Did I miss
until
the
the next
video?
morning when
Yeah,
I rewatched it.
Everyone will have seen it by now. While we're recording, it's not released. I think it released tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cool.
The plan. We can talk about it though.
Oh, yeah.
We can talk about anything.
I watched a movie.
She saw a movie.
What did you see? Was it Jim Cotta? Because we could talk about that for a while.
I know.
Yakmala.
I have not seen that. I
That's
went
for
to go
Drew.
see Judy with my husband.
Oh, and you had the wine with the popcorn.
I did.
Yeah, I saw the
Crescent.
picture.
That was awesome. So the movie was absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. I like ugly girl cried the whole time. Like I'm talking about snot coming out of my nose, makeup running. Yeah,
So I'm not watching that.
it's-
I don't watch movies for that.
but it's so good. Renee Zellwegger, if she doesn't win an Oscar for this, I'm going to be
She'll be
really
nominated. I don't know if
surprised.
she'll win, but she'll be nominated.
Oh, just so good though. And it's tragic. It's so sad. The whole thing is just. It's a sad movie. It's
Just
not
see the
a,
video. The video. She's like, she's it's her and Jamie, and she's doing so well. She's telling me how much she loves the movie, and then she goes, and then Judy died. She's 47, and I'm 47, and she just loses it.
I lose it again.
It's adorable. I was
And
like,
Jamie's teasing me, and I'm like, shut up, shut up.
my heart's all fluttered. It's like, oh, look at her. She's all emotional.
I was emotional. It was just heartbreaking.
Was he making fun of you and not loving on you? Like, what the hell,
At
man?
that point, he was making. I never cry. I mean, I hardly ever cry.
She doesn't
anyway.
have a heart.
So,
doesn't-
for anybody
oh, come on, Tin
who
Man.
knows me, I'm not a comfortable
Which is fitting
crier.
for Judy.
I don't like to cry, and I certainly don't do it in public. Well, it was uncontrollable.
Aw.
So yes, he thought it was sweet on one hand, and on the other hand, he was teasing me relentlessly about it.
I'm
So.
glad you enjoyed it. So
It was great.
Did not on the video rate it. You just said you liked it.
Oh yes,
And so we typically on those videos we do kind of silly ratings.
Ratings.
So now I'm giving you your chance to, however you want to rate it. And examples are, if you remember at Astra, we did Brad Pitt's and Space Monkeys
and Space Monkeys.
because there's a damn space monkey in that movie.
So we're gonna do like
Okay, I'm
Ruby
going to
slippers?
rate it because of the fact that she was best known for The Wizard of Oz, because that's her thing. I'm going to rate it Munchkins.
Get it,
I
girl.
love it.
I went with Ruby Slippers, but Munchkins is
Munchkins.
better.
I'm with Munchkins. I'm on
Yeah,
Munchkins.
Yeah. So, out of 5 Munchkins, I'm going to give this a 6 or 7 out of 5 Munchkins.
It's like
It's like Munchkin and then some.
it's practically a person if
Like
you
a
step on
munchkin
top
on,
of each
yeah,
other.
like on top of
That's
like the
right.
shoulders of another munchkin.
Right.
Definitely, yeah. In Munchkins, she gets all the Munchkins.
She saw the Munchkins.
She like the movie Judy, or she like Renee?
I like Renee a lot in a lot of her movies, but not in all of them. In this movie, you did not see Renee.
You saw Judy.
You saw Judy
Well
the whole
done,
time.
Renee.
So it's like it's one of the she does movies and that's Renee, she's cute, but this was all Judy.
That's cute.
So I'm gonna look this up because I don't know all of Renee Zellweger's movies.
While you're doing that, Mackenzie, what do you think of The Wizard of Oz?
By the way, Renee Zellweger is my husband's favorite actress. And he told me that one of the reasons why he was attracted to me because he thought I looked like Renee Zellweger. And then he makes me do the face.
Yeah, but yeah. See, that's the most unattractive thing about
I know,
her.
but he loves it. He loves the Renee Zellweger face.
The-
I'm not gonna lie,
That's
I
his
could
thing.
kind of see Renee a little bit when you did the face.
Oh, I do too.
little
I
bit.
can totally see. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I can't do that all the time because it hurts my face.
the smelling the bad fart face is what I call it.
with the scritchy eyes. But yeah.
You got to take the time on air that you want. Take it.
Okay.
Do you like The
so
Wizard of Oz?
I liked The Wizard of Oz. I can't exactly remember it, but there was like another.
She is your daughter.
I remember the older one.
Hey.
Well,
I know The Wizard
She
of
also
Oz.
has seen no movies.
No, I'm talking about another one. Netflix like recreated one or something one year called
How dare they?
Going Back to Oz or something.
There's a lot of
I don't know.
Oz
Yeah,
books.
there's a lot of Oz movies.
Okay, so are you trying to tell me right now in this moment that you have not seen The Wizard of Oz?
I have. I've seen The Wizard of Oz.
What is it about?
Well,
Synopsis in 3 sentences or less.
okay, there's this girl who lives in a house and there's a big twister. And she gets sent to another world and she has to go through this whole journey to ask the Oz if she can go back home.
The great and powerful.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
And then she's got to click her shoes together and say, I want to go back home.
Okay, so the actress that plays Dorothy, which is the person that you're talking about, which, because I know this movie. I don't not know everything.
It's all defensive. I love it.
Her name is Judy Garland. So the movie that she saw was called Judy because it was about the actress Judy Garland. So
She had a rough life.
She did have a rough life.
Lots of
and
pills.
I've heard that one actually was like one of her worst experiences because she was treated so poorly.
Yeah, well,
I
the
did that, you don't
what started is when she wasn't, when she was contracted with the MGM, yeah. Basically, they told her that the only reason why she was hired was for her voice, that she was ugly, and they made her wear things to make her nose look smaller and made her like flappers to make her teeth look better, and would not let her eat. They fed her amphetamines, diet pills basically to keep her from eating. And
That's
this is as a
fucked up.
child. They made her start smoking to curb her appetite so she wouldn't eat because they didn't want her to gain weight. Then at night they'd give her barbiturates so she could sleep. So from about the age of 11 or 12, they started feeding her full of drugs and cigarettes. So she became an addict. And
So that she would be able to do the movie as she was older?
well, even any of the movies.
Yeah, she did a lot of movies.
Because
So they liked her voice so much as a kid.
her voice was amazing. I mean,
You're
for
still growing into your person at
They
that
didn't care.
age.
they didn't care. They completely
Ugly
abused her.
duckling, swan.
Doesn't matter.
Come on, people.
So I mean, it's not as bad. I mean, it's bad in a different way what they did to Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple was a fine actress, and she was this cute child star that, was one of the few people who got through the 30s.
Right.
Got America through the Great Depression, and then she grew up, and then they wouldn't let her do other movies
Why?
just because she tried to.
She was typecast.
She was typecast
as
as
Shirley Temple. So she became a politician.
Yeah,
Get it, Shirley?
her last movie I think was not Stagecoach, but she did something for John Ford,
Yeah.
who hated her like.
But Judy Garland, because of the way she was treated, had, of course, she, had a horrible self-image. She was addicted, to pills. She was an alcoholic. I mean, it was just really bad. It was just, she had a really, really bad time throughout life.
What
Sitwell-
time period was that in? Because,
It's from the 40s to the late 60s when she passed.
Yeah, something like that. So
because I try to imagine them doing it, now or something.
No,
No.
they have laws against that
Yeah,
now.
now
they have laws.
They have laws. But back then they did not. So, back then, like she was just saying, they gave her cigarettes to curb her appetite. Cigarettes are something that now we know how bad they are for you, and that would be a huge thing if someone's like, no, you need to smoke so that you won't eat. But it
ballerinas
was
do
a
it. It's
different
big thing in
time. It was a completely different time. I'm not saying that stuff like that doesn't still happen,
Right.
but for them to be like, no, we're going to make you what we want you to be.
And
Do
what's
this.
sad, though, really, is she did not have, her parents did not protect her from any of this.
That
They
is
were, getting the benefits.
Get that
of
money.
money.
Well, they were getting the money.
Get that money.
So it's
Right.
like, no, you're going to smoke those cigarettes and do those pills. She's 12.
Yeah,
Like if
so
someone
that
came up
age.
to my little 12-year-old and was like, so she needs to start smoking and doing all this stuff so she can look like this certain person, I would probably beat the shit out of them.
Right.
Okay,
Like straight mama bear, I would beat the shit out of them.
but there's a truckload of money that's coming.
I don't care.
And so
I
you
mean,
say
that's
that
my
now,
philosophy
there's a
for life.
truckload of
I would
money coming.
rather we have no money and live in a really poor house and be happy in
Right.
any situation, in any circumstance. I would rather be happy every single day than have money.
I'm not doubting you, but I can understand how it's hard for most Americans.
Especially during that time.
No, but
frame
even
where-
now, especially if you're not from money and you have an opportunity to make a ton of it.
to put her on pills and make her smoke. No.
Well, I mean,
There's some things
it
that
didn't
maybe
just happen then. The same type of things happened with Drew Barrymore. She
Right.
was taken to Hollywood parties and given alcohol and drugs as a child.
Yeah, she was in rehab like 13.
And so,
seriously, I don't
and then-
care like how much money
But
was
Drew turned out
involved.
okay.
She did. She did
but
because
that's different
she
people.
made the choice to go
Yeah.
to rehab. But
That's different people. But like right now, with where I'm at in my life right now, if somebody was like, I will give you $1 million for your kid to be in this movie, but we need to change some things and I want her to stop eating, so we're going to make her smoke cigarettes and we're going to give her pills to make her sleep, I'd be like, no, thank you.
$10 million.
But it's even like right now with the fact that I have this mountain that I drive.
I'm trying to up
for
it.
$10 million, I will smoke
No.
and take pills.
That's the thing. I would do it.
just
I
saying.
hate cigarettes.
I
would do it for
It's
$10
like
million.
I've never smoked a
But
day in my
my
life, but for
12-year-old?
$10 million.
No, like I don't know, like, and I get that it's different times, but like as a parent, for any of my kids, I don't think I would ever be like, yeah, that's okay, I do that. Again, different times. It was viewed differently then than it is now. But
Oh, I
still,
totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
No.
I just
Anyway,
funny.
it's a very wonderful movie as far as it's so realistic.
so outside of Judy, do you have a favorite Renee Zellwegger movie?
My favorite Renee Zellweger movie. I'll be honest with you. I really enjoyed the Bridget Jones movies. I like the first one the best.
Right.
Because it's relatable. That was before. I mean, she chunked up for those films.
Right.
That's not her normal weight, but she looked like a real person.
Right.
Like, an average person. And I just like the character, what all she had to deal with, So it was just kind of a fun movie. I liked it. I thought she was brilliant in Chicago. I
Yeah,
love
she's a
Chicago.
good
She's
Roxy
very
Hart.
talented. She
Chicago
also
was
sang
good.
all of her own songs in Judy. In Chicago, but in Judy too. So, and it was amazing. But I like her comedies back in the day.
I really, really like her in Cold Mountain.
Oh God, I forgot about the Cold Mountain.
She's so good.
She's
Cold Mountain.
that is my favorite
Cold
Renee
Mountain's
movie
so good.
because once again, she's playing a character that's not particularly pretty or anything.
No, but she's so
it's
good
the
at
best character ever.
it. Ruby Thews.
Yeah, I
She's-
love Cold Mountain.
Have you seen Cold Mountain?
no.
You'd like it.
It's a
I
good
have not.
movie.
So
Good movie.
I really want to watch this Judy movie now, and I'm terrified I'm going to cry the whole time.
Oh, you will.
I'm not a big, I don't like movies that make me cry. I'm currently watching Grey's Anatomy, and I've cried enough during that it's annoying. And I'm like, I'm not going to finish it. I'm not going to finish it. And then I keep watching it, and then every time something happens, I'm like, this stupid ass show. With the
You
stupid
have to
ass
watch
problems
Judy
that make me
though.
Stupid
It's
ass cry.
so good.
So I started a new. First of all, I want to apologize to the Facebook viewers. This week, or last week, I dropped the ball and did not do a capture this or
Title that.
title. Yeah, the
Capture this or title,
title that, whatever it is.
Whatever.
And I'm fully because last week was the Kickstarter, and it was those 2 days, and that's all I was obsessed with. And now that's over, so I can get back to regular
I
schedule.
know.
Back to
Congratulations
life, Scotty.
for
Well
reaching
done.
Thank
your
you, thank you.
goal.
How many
And-
stretch goals did you hit?
We hit all of them technically.
Oh,
No,
that's
no.
amazing.
We not technically. We hit all the stretch goals. So we wanted to raise $2,000. I had a stretch goal for 2,600. I just went
Right.
10% more 3 times, and we ended up with $2,654 total.
That's amazing.
The one I fudged on is the milestone goals. I started doing milestones, and it's just something I learned on the way of doing Kickstarter.
Does that mean you have enough money to send Justina and I to the spa?
What if we help you with all the packaging and you don't have to do anything?
That's right.
Day
Day at the
Pedicures.
Battle House.
Pedicures, manicures.
Oh, I'll take that too.
How about this? How about this? I will
This
each
is not
give you a
bad.
shoulder massage, and then I will paint your nails with a.
Personally?
Yeah.
I'm
All
okay
right.
with that. I'm okay
Okay.
with that.
I'm
Scotty is a sensitive dude. Like,
That's it.
We are going to get a good massage, is what I'm saying. And I am looking forward to how he paints with some colors that he
I
cannot
know
see.
that you cannot see.
Broad peak. I want to see how it works.
we have to make video of this, I guess.
We'll just
I will
line
do
up
this.
different shades of red and have Scotty pick out his favorite.
I hate you.
So I was like, I hate you guys. You guys suck so
I
hard.
hate you.
But I'll do it. Fine if you make me do it.
But the milestone goals is something I learned on the way, and I'm going to do this differently. So I started I decided just to pick the number of backers we had for milestones.
Right.
And if I had planned this out, I would have done this like at every 25, 50, 75, 100. But I decided to do this when we were like 38. So I celebrated the 40th. Was like, well, that's more than we had in the last one. So we'll celebrate that. And then we went 50, 75, and 100. In the end, we had 98 official backers.
Oh.
However, I went ahead and released the last milestone reward because I looked, and unofficially we had 101 backers. We had 3 cancellations, so we had 101 total.
That counts.
Yeah.
And
I
was
feel
like,
like that counts.
I was like, I'll count it, and so I
So
counted
close.
Do I need to hunt these people down that
Yes.
canceled?
Let us know. We will go on a road trip. Does it happen to be California? Because
it. No.
I have people over there we could visit while we're over there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure they had their reasons.
Of course they did. And you look, I'm thankful that they looked at it and they thought, for a moment, and whatever reason why they changed their mind. In the end of the day, while it would have been nice to have their backing, in the end of the day, we still achieved our goal. And so next time, if hopefully they'll come and join us. And so that's what I did. I sent them all letters and saying, hey, thank you for looking. Next time, though, please come back. We'd love to have you.
Awesome.
You're so sweet.
Well, again, people have reasons, and I can't.
And I know that you're so happy it's over.
I was telling Stephanie before we started, I slept like a log Tuesday night. Like eight, because I hadn't been sleeping for 30 days. I'll get like 2.5 to 4 hours sleep because I'm so the anxiety around this thing,
Yeah.
and I mean just like out. I was like, oh, I could sleep. My eyes closed, and then it was like sunshine, and I didn't move.
How have you felt,
Sunshine.
like, medically? Like, how have you felt? Did you feel more relaxed? Have you been okay the last couple of days? Like, maybe the stress has helped you relax a little bit?
With the ailments and stuff.
Yeah.
About the same with that stuff, but I'm good medication, so.
Okay, good.
So I'm good. I'm good on the front. I'm good on that front. The extra stuff there was not helpful, but it's now over, and so I'm
Right.
back to leveling out. So
Good.
Awesome.
it's just the lack of
And you
sleep.
just let us know. We'll get together for a packing party.
Yeah, we'll do a packing party. Wow.
This week, I will have the lack of sleep.
No, yeah, she's got that. She's
What's
got
going
the
on
show.
this week?
It's Hell Week.
Oh, Tech Week?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll be working day and living at the theater at
So you
night.
guys open this next weekend?
We open Friday. Do you want to volunteer one night?
I do want to volunteer. I can't do it the first weekend.
That's okay.
Because I'm doing the
we'll
second
get
weekend
together
of
after the
CCD.
podcast.
But yes, there is
and
a
let
day.
you pick a date.
So I mentioned the Facebook page because I started a new thing on Fridays,
Okay.
and it was Ask a Cultist, which is kind of our ask me anything.
Did I miss something? Did I miss somebody asking me
did
something?
somebody,
Did somebody talk to me and I missed it? I'm
Well,
so sorry, guys.
I think they're general questions that I'm just going to ask and see if we can answer. How about that?
Okay.
How about if it ever turns out that in the moment you need one of us and we don't happen to see it, can you please tag us in it?
Sure.
Cool. Thank you.
But I like to be surprised, like right now, and see what the
Yes,
questions are.
as well. I agree.
All right. So. All right. So, Princess Ann Thurp is the name. Princess
Okay.
Ann Thurp. Ask, and this is a good question for you.
Okay.
Hi, Princess.
What would you pair with Spaceballs?
Oh, I answered that
Wine or beer?
Oh. Spaceballs. That's a good question.
Now, specifically asked wine or beer.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. Wine or beer. It really depends on who you identify with in Spaceballs, I think. If you're feeling more like the princess or whatever, you might want to have some wine, maybe some rosé. Definitely a cheaper wine if you're going to watch Spaceballs, because we're talking about, it's like a lowbrow Star Wars. So definitely a cheap wine.
Like a box wine?
A box wine would be fantastic. Like the
That would be
pink box
amazing.
wine is what I
Yep.
would put it. The pink stuff.
Zinfandel? You talking about white Zinfandel?
Whatever, that Franzia pink stuff.
My ex-stepmother drank white
Yeah.
Zinfandel
Oh, that-
from a box.
Oh, that-
And why is it
It's
called
pink.
white Zinfandel if it's pink?
Because Zinfandel, I think, is red, and so like the white makes pink. I don't know. I
Anyway,
don't know.
yes,
Doesn't
I
matter.
would I would go box
It's
wine.
terrible.
Box wine with Spaceballs.
All right.
I said both at the same time. That's how I answered
Box
that
wine with
question.
Spaceballs.
I will go with a cheap beer on that too. I think it needs a good cheap American beer like a Coors or a Bud Light.
I'll take a Coors
Yeah.
over Bud Light.
Whatever it is, it has to be cheap. We're talking maybe some PBR even.
Some Natty Light.
But I'm still sticking to my box wine.
Okay, that's good. I had other questions pulled up in my. For some reason, my phone decided not to show them. See, normally I'm more prepared with I had to have these all written out and sent out to y'all, but this week
I know this is awesome though. I'm loving that our listeners are wanting to talk to us.
Yes. So, hold on, give me just a second. I'll get back to where I had the question. The next question is actually from Justina's brother,
Okay.
Oh, which one? I have 4.
Nathan.
Okay, cool. It sounds like it would be a Nathan thing, but I was like, just in case, which one are you talking about?
I think Nathan is the only one that really pays attention to us.
All right.
Hold on, there it is. Nathan asks about. Nathan is a drummer. He's a musician, so of course he asked a music question. Movie musical scores: John Williams and Hans Zimmer. Is it still important for a good musical score for a film? So when watching your movies, is the music important to you?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It sets the tone of the film.
I agree.
So do you have any favorite music to films?
I do actually. Well, I mean, are we talking about aside from, the Star Wars scores and all
whatever
that? Because I
score.
think that's great. It's not so much if I have a favorite. Let's take something like I love action films.
Right.
And like the John Wick films, I absolutely love. Imagine watching those films in silence, basically, all the action without the suspense, or like a James Bond film without the suspenseful, cool kind of music.
Right.
So, speaking of James Bond, some of the best movie scores ever, I think. They really go well with the films,
Right.
They're specific. So, yeah,
So
absolutely.
your action movie scores.
Huh?
Your action movie scores is what you
Yes,
what you enjoy.
you gotta have it. You gotta have it in anything, even.
No, I agree. I just like
Yeah.
specifically
But
for
it
you.
helps. I think it just helps drive the action.
Oh yeah.
So,
Mackenzie, I am on a podcast, kid.
what about you, ma'am?
Stop wrong. Sorry, answer my child real quick.
That's okay. You're allowed to be a mother.
You can stop touching my phone, thank you. I definitely agree that you can touch my phone, Scotty. It's okay. You cannot. You calm down. The score is important. I don't feel like the score is always treated as important, but I feel like it's important because it does create the. It adds to the emotions of the film and whether or not you see something a certain way. It's just another element. Like the way that films are shot or the way that they're set up or the way that the scene is set or the lighting or all those other things, they give an element and a depth to the film. And I agree that sound does as well.
So do you have favorite music in a movie?
A favorite musical movie?
No, a movie that has the music in the movie you liked.
Let me think about it. And then I'll get back to you.
Okay. For me, same thing. I love a good musical score. Recently, films this year, I saw that I've enjoyed the music score. I think Joker has one of the best.
Oh, it really does.
Has
I have not
a
seen
wonderful
that yet.
score in Joker. I really enjoyed the score to Summer of '84, which is I think it officially came out last year. I saw it earlier this year, but it's a low budget '80s horror film. It's set in the '80s, but it's kind of got that Stranger Things synth kind of score, and it's fantastic. But Summer '84, I highly recommend everyone watch it. It's on Shudder for free now. You definitely can get it. Of course, I'm a nut for John Carpenter's scores. John Carpenter's scores are great. So I like a good action movie score. James Horner from Aliens. I love that score.
All I can think about is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which has a good soundtrack.
I love their soundtrack.
It is good.
But again, I feel like it can do more than just what that did for the film. And Moana was a good one. It had a good score.
All right, cool.
All right.
Moving on to our last question for this. Do you have a list of must-see movies?
I have a list of must-see movies. They're not ones I recommend. It's one I keep log of by all the recommendations from other people.
No, that's funny.
I actually have it on my phone. Would you like me to read you the movies that
Things
I have?
that you must see that you
that
Yeah, I'm
people
curious.
have told me over.
I'm
like
now
I
curious
have,
about
okay,
that.
I am.
Let me pull it up. Movies to watch. I actually have to add 2 more because
While she's looking, do you have like a top 5? Like you tell people they have to see.
I mean, I feel like most of mine are ones that people have seen.
That's okay.
I can tell, like
you go to another planet and you're like, yo guys, you've got to see this.
So, Color Purple is always going to be like number 1 to me.
Such a good movie.
It's like my favorite film.
Right.
I don't have that on my list. I'll add it.
Please add it. It's amazing.
Never seen it?
Nope.
We may have
you got to watch that.
We may have
what
to
was
go.
the Renee one we just talked about?
A Cold Mountain.
Cold Mountain.
Like she's cold?
Cold
Yeah,
Mountain.
Cold Mountain.
Cold.
So
Mountain.
definitely Color Purple. Just about any Tarantino film. I mean, I love them all. So, that's that. The old 80s movie Cyborg. Love it. I know, right?
Oh, we're gonna do that on the Catacombs. You'll have to come.
Are
on
you
for that.
serious?
Yeah. So we did. The episode that releases this week for the Catacombs is this movie called Nemesis. It's made by the same director.
Oh wow, I love Cyborg. So that's one of my top movies.
It's terrible.
Oh, I loved it.
Cyborg's great, but
Yeah, Nemesis is not
Nemesis,
good.
but it's the same guy. It's the same
Okay.
guy, and it's the same kind of movie.
Oh yeah.
Wow. You have to listen to that. Oh wow.
So yeah, that's good. Pulp Fiction. Well, that's
So the
it's-
Pulp Fiction
yeah,
would be the
but
Tarantino you pick.
yeah,
Because
Tarantino. I'm trying to think of which others are my go-to.
you got 2 more lists.
Okay, Pulp Fiction was say what?
Yes.
One more.
Yeah.
One more
Say
time.
Say
One more
what?
time.
Say what again?
Say what again?
What's
I
the plan?
actually saw that.
Harlem Nights. Love
Shot
Harlem
me in the
Nights.
pinky toe.
You shot me in
my
the pinky
pinky
toe. I love Harlem Nights. Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank.
So
That
there you
is
go.
on my list.
Shawshank is amazing.
Shawshank's great.
So on my list, I have I Killed Giants, Stand By Me,
Oh, that's a great movie.
Shawshank Redemption, Vision Quest.
Have you seen Green Mile?
What?
Have you seen Green Mile?
I have seen Green Mile.
All right, because that would be the third movie that you should. Because
Yeah.
Stand By Me, Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile are all Stephen King movies.
Okay, I have seen Green Mile.
So good,
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Vision Quest, Guys and Dolls, which I have not seen yet. Gone with the Wind, I just added things that you said,
Okay.
so repeating those is ridiculous. I do have a list in the notebook that I normally have for our podcast.
Right.
I've never
From
heard
like
of Vision
us talking
Quest.
about movies that I don't have on me right now.
Val Kilmer movie from the 80s.
I must have missed that one.
It's okay.
Okay. So what about yours?
So the top 5, I think.
Let me guess. Lawrence of Arabia.
Number one, greatest movie of all time. You probably
Lawrence of Arabia?
yeah, Lawrence of Arabia.
I've never seen that
Is
movie.
it about Aladdin?
No,
Okay.
Lawrence of
I've
Arabia.
never seen that either.
Aladdin.
No, I've never seen Lawrence of Arabia.
Arabian Nights. I'm not going to keep going.
I was glad you could finish
I
that.
know, but I
Ali.
already stopped, and then it even got quiet. here.
Lawrence of Arabia is about a British intelligence officer who's kind of aloof, possibly gay, who
All right, get it.
His name is Lawrence, and he's in Arabia.
and he goes to the Middle East to help the Arabs fight the Turks during World War One.
Why is he possibly gay? Because he looks on fleek every day?
He kind of looks on fleek every. But if you watch it, like in real life, T.S. Eliot it was rumored that he was gay, and liked to be beaten by large men, and I'm like, you go, freak boy, you go. But he goes to Arabia and helps the Turks fight a guerrilla war against helps the Arabians make a guerrilla war to fight the Turks, while the British are busy fighting like not Hitler, but the Kaiser and all that stuff. And then it all goes south from there because, of course, Britain's like, we don't promise anything, and we're just going to make everything terrible. That's what they did. But it is shot in the Syrian desert and the Jordan desert, and it looks fantastic and gorgeous.
How long is the movie?
Oh, it's like
Gone with the Wind long?
yeah, it's like 3.5 hours.
All right. So we have to be prepared for a long movie.
I saw it in
We
theaters.
should watch it together.
Yes, ma'am.
You
I'm
may
gonna
have
watch
to teach me to knit.
I would love to teach you to both knit or crochet, whichever. I have the talent for both.
Well, whichever is
As
easiest.
a side thought, I pulled up my Facebook to look up something specific the other day, like my profile, and thought it was hilarious that I have like pictures of me in the theater, and then right under that was like things from roller derby, and then right under that was a podcast, and then somebody tagged me in something with crocheting. I was like, that's amazing.
That's
There
your
you go.
life.
That's your stuff.
Yep.
All right, so number 2 for me would be Amadeus.
Oh, I love that movie.
Amadeus.
Everyone needs
I
to see
spelled it
Amadeus.
wrong,
That's a
but
great movie.
That's Amadeus.
Number 3, The Empire Strikes Back.
All right.
Number 4, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
I
that's a
have
good
seen
one.
Empire Strikes Back.
I love
right?
all of
Yeah,
these
you and I
movies.
watched that one.
Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, Wrath of Khan.
Have I
Rathacon
seen
is
that one?
amazing.
I like that at this point in my life, I just ask you if I've seen a movie because you would know.
And then you'll laugh, but last but not least would be Prince of Darkness.
I have not seen that. I was lucky enough to
I'm gonna
not
make
start before that one started.
It's so bad, Justina.
It's-
Oh, I watched the clips.
It's-
it
it's-
did not look good.
It is
Let's just throw that
amazing.
down.
I don't know what she's talking
Is
about.
that like
No.
your Jim Cotta?
Yeah, it is my Jim Cotta.
Like
No,
Drew
see,
has Jim Cotta and you have Prince of Darkness?
it's greater. It's I can't wait. We're gonna do it on cult. We're gonna do it
Drew,
on.
I would like
Catacombs.
your opinions on whether or not Prince of Darkness
Drew
is
will
better
love it.
than Jim Cotta.
I don't know if you'll like
I
it better
mean,
than Drew.
I just can't. I just can't.
I just love that you love it, Scotty, because I love you, but I cannot do
do.
it
Oh,
again.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm glad that we watched it already, so we don't have to watch it again.
I may make Justina watch it and bring her on that other show. So I'd like to see her opinion.
Prince
on-
of Darkness?
Yeah.
Just to see me, okay, that picture of the first thing was you guys talking and you showing clips on your little screen all the way at the end and me going, like the whole time I was like, what is happening?
The craziest thing is the Catholics are hiding this giant lava lamp
Oh,
in the
lava lamp
basement
was in that
of their
movie.
church.
Right.
And so, yes, so there's this lava lamp that
The-
apparently
remember that.
holds the Prince of Darkness.
looked like
the,
inside
the
of
Son
it.
of Satan. Yes, the Son of
Or
Satan.
Flubber.
Son of Satan is in the
Flubber?
lava lamp.
Yeah, wasn't it the flubber one?
Yeah.
The gel that came out? Yep. No, I'm not watching that, Scotty. I'm not watching that.
You're gonna love
I
it.
watched the clips. That's what I'm about.
You'll love it.
Get me intoxicated first. We'll see what happens. We'll just do like a live screening of it.
I would love to do a live screening of it.
Cool.
I keep hoping Flashback throws it because I'm like, I'm gonna see it like 3 times when it's.
Oh, my goodness.
I love that movie. I've never seen it on the big screen. I really want to.
Well, there's our movies.
Yeah. So there you go. That's
And if there's any that you guys recommend, I do have a running list.
Is-
That wasn't a joke. It's on my phone that says movies I need to watch.
Definitely.
Feel free.
And now the movies you have watched, do you have any that you enjoyed?
Okay, so I really liked Highlander.
Oh,
When
good.
it first started, I did not like
because
it.
she thought it was a movie about
Because I
wrestling.
thought it was about wrestling, and I don't really enjoy wrestling.
no,
so
it's
I was
not
like,
about
oh, this
wrestling.
is going to be terrible.
But it's good.
But I think that, like, I liked it enough that I'm interested in the TV show.
Okay, so
Because I'm interested in
the
seeing where that
TV
goes.
show is better than the movie.
Okay, I have a thing for shows.
But I need you
for
to
TV
write
shows.
down. I need you to put
Yes, ma'am.
another one
Yes,
down.
ma'am.
Rob Roy.
For a movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? Rob Roy?
Yes.
Liam
Like
Neeson.
Robert Roy?
Yeah.
ROBROY. 2 names.
Okay, cool. I got it. So, for the just real quick as a recap, and I do have a plays I need to watch as well because I had one person recommend Dial M for Murder, which I have not seen, and so I added that. So, I have lists of things. I try. So on my shows to watch so far, I have Bones, which I watched and loved, and then saved the book so I could read them later. Numbers, I have not seen that yet, but I heard it was good. Perception, Bull, Deception, Golden Girls, which I have not seen, but the more that I see things come out,
Wait,
I get-
wait.
You've never seen Golden Girls?
I've never seen Golden Girls.
Ever.
How are you guys surprised by
No,
this?
because it was everywhere.
I have not even seen one episode ever of Golden Girls. I have seen the memes. I have so I recognize that there's like
I may
a
be
bunch of
having it.
old women that hang out together, and Betty White is one of them. That is my understanding of Golden Girls right there. That's it. That's all I
They
got.
eat a lot of
Oh,
cheesecake.
wow.
And Revenge. Those are the things that I have on my list.
Have you seen The Magicians?
Kind of.
Okay.
Josh watched them, and I had seen some of them.
It's really good.
I started at the beginning where it's like you're getting to know the show, and I never got past that.
Have you seen Hemlock Grove?
No.
Oh, that's good. You need to do Hemlock Grove.
Hemlock
That was the first Netflix show.
Grove.
Yeah.
Good to know. Fun fact. I like that. Look at this.
It's
We're
really
not even
good.
scripted
It's
right
got-
now, everybody.
I
And
know.
Scotty has fun facts. Scotty's
got-
like, that is the first, what was it, Netflix? Hulu? Netflix show?
First Netflix
It
show.
stars Bill Skarsgård, same guy who plays Pennywise.
For Hemlock Grove?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No. He was in that one where he was locked in a basement under the ground.
Yeah,
Is that it?
that's a no.
No, it's-
that's a
Okay.
different show.
Okay.
That's,
That was Castle Rock.
And that was on
I
Hulu.
started that one and I enjoyed it, but I have not finished it. So
Hemlock
I need to add
Grove,
that on
I
here
feel
so
like
forget.
you will like.
Castle Rock. Okay.
Hannibal.
I haven't seen Hannibal the show or Hannibal the movie.
Hannibal movie's good. I didn't even know it was a show.
You need to see the show. You would love the show.
What does it come on?
It was on NBC. I may be on Hulu now.
Yeah, see, I don't watch any. I don't do NBC, CBS, or
Yeah,
ABC.
but this was like years ago.
Okay,
it's
so
been off
maybe
like 5 years.
I mean, I lie. I have CBS All Access so I can watch my Star Trek shows, but other than that, I don't.
I can fight with a science fiction writer about Star Trek Discovery on Facebook.
About what?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't like it.
Like, what was it again? I missed that part.
I didn't know you didn't like Discovery.
I don't like Discovery.
I love it.
Oh,
A lot,
Discovery.
yeah, a lot of people like Discovery. I have huge problems with it, but
What is it about?
It's another Star
Are they
Trek
discovering something?
It's
no.
Like you said, Star Trek. I get it. Yes, I bet it's terrible.
okay. It's not terrible.
So he will stay nameless, but anyway, I was joking, but he posted something about people not liking Discovery, and I was like, well, I pray for its demise every night, and then he just jumped on me.
Oh no!
How dare you? You've got to have a life to be, you don't have a life if that's all you wish for. I'm like, you're not.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you're worshiping it
Right,
and just like committed to
I was
it
just
constantly.
like, slow your roll. And so, and I was like, and then he's like, well, you clearly don't read all of my essays on why the show is great. And
I'm
like,
sorry, this dude has essays.
Just because it's his opinion doesn't
want
mean
to
that you
look
have
up
to
his
agree with his
essays.
opinion.
It's
Now,
terrible.
don't get me wrong. I like the show. I'm one of the fans, but that's still my opinion. If somebody else doesn't like it.
Oh, right, exactly. And so I was just sharing my opinion in a joke form that I'd pray for its demise. Everyone, how dare you? You pray for people to lose their jobs and
Are
stuff.
you sure that wasn't my ex-husband?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, because that sounds like some stuff he would say.
It was so god awful. And normally I don't like to troll, but I just
Are
sometimes
you going to watch Picard?
yeah, I watch Picard. I look. I like Star Trek. Don't get me wrong. I don't like Discovery.
Okay.
And it's not like I didn't try. I've seen both seasons.
I don't like Star Trek.
And so
You've only had a very small amount to base it on. There's
It's
some Star Trek
it's
that
okay.
I feel
You're
like
right.
you would like.
Maybe.
I really think you would.
So my problem with my problem with Discovery is that it took too long to get interesting in the first season. When it got interesting in the second half of the first season, it was amazing.
Right.
And then when they got second season, what they took, which easily could have been solved in 5 episodes, they stretched it for the 20 it was. And so it's too long and too stretched. And to the point that it's so detrimental to the characters. I thought Burnham was an interesting character at the beginning. Now I just don't care, especially wedging the Spock thing with her, which is interesting, but it doesn't go anywhere.
I will say that I did not like their Spock.
I didn't either.
I did not like their Spock at
I
all.
don't like moody, crazy Spock. I just whatever.
Yeah.
However, flip side, I loved Christopher Pike. I loved
He was
all
great.
the Pike stuff they did. I like
the redheaded chick.
Oh yeah, Tilly's great.
Tilly's
great.
I
All
loved her.
redheaded chicks are okay.
There's elements I like, but overall, it's just like at the end of the season, it's solved in such a way that they're like, we're not coming back.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, good, because I don't care if you come back. And see, as a viewer, I should care about these characters, and I
Right.
don't. It's just like
I get it. Whereas I enjoyed it. I didn't want it. I don't feel as passionately about its demise. I will say that I'm not upset about it not renewing.
right.
And I guess a lot of that is because I'm so stupid excited about Picard.
Right, I'm excited for Picard too. I hope Picard's
'cause,
great.
we'll
I'm
have to-
there.
Yeah.
I-
You're right. It's like
I was excited for Discovery. I just like, it starts out with Klingons.
the Klingons were horrible in Discovery.
And I'm not even complaining about the way they look, but
They didn't even act like Klingons. They
Don't
were
get-
weird.
don't give me 15 minutes of a Klingon show in Klingonese.
You're right.
My attention span is just not there. I like foreign films. I didn't jump into this to watch a foreign film.
Right.
My mindset's not ready for it.
No, I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
if I'm gonna
because
watch Fellini,
what
I'll go
about
watch
the
Fellini.
poor people who have poor eyesight and can't read those subtitles?
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah, they listen to the Klingons for. Oh God, it's annoying.
You need to have an interpreter.
Do you speak Klingon?
Oh no, but I will read the subtitles
She's
out
like,
loud.
I will
yeah,
teach you one
that's what I
Klingon.
need.
I will teach you one Klingon word.
Okay, what is it?
Kapla.
Kapla. What does that mean?
Success.
I will use that
You should.
at work.
you
Every
have to
time I
say
pass
it with-
something, I'm gonna
with
be
force.
like Kapla.
That's
Like
pretty good.
Yakmala.
Right. Yakamala Kapla. Right there.
Kapla. Okay, how do you get that? Like, how does that translate? I don't understand. How do they come up with like what is their ABCD?
Oh no, there's a whole language. Like
Yeah.
they have created an entire.
Is it a real language or
Yes.
is it a real science fiction language
It's-
that they became
it's
real
now-
because of all of the people supporting it?
That.
Thank you. Okay.
But you can actually learn the language. It's something where you can buy books and all.
Kapla.
You can learn the language.
Right, and it's officially recognized by the UN.
Absolutely.
So
Just in case there's
just
some
in-
Klingons.
Just in case. So.
we support you, Kapla.
But the guy who invented there's a guy Paramount hired a linguist to create Klingon, and they didn't do it until after like
Is he getting like
Star Trek 2.
royalties for
Yeah,
this?
he's getting money.
I'm
He's getting,
I'm
Get it.
sure.
Yeah, and so they paid him to do Klingon, and so he used basically because in the original series they basically spoke English, and the motion picture they started a little bit of the what became the Klingon language, and so he took those little samples and used it for what they made in Star Trek 3 and beyond. So there's songs and they did Klingon operas, and
Oh yeah.
there's an whole episode of DS9 which basically happens on a Klingon ship, and most of the time they just sing and drink.
I like the way Klingon
So
sounds.
can you guys understand it, or does it have to be in subtitles?
I
I don't speak
Yeah, I don't
Klingon.
speak
I mean, do you? I don't understand French either, but I mean, you have to learn the language.
So it sounds good. though?
I like it. I also like German. It's
Yeah, it's very German.
It's a harsh language.
but it's
And-
a warrior's language. It's a warrior's
It's a
tongue.
warrior's language. So but I like it. I like it a lot. It's like if Germans and
Kapla.
aliens got together,
Great Kapla.
and maybe some Vikings, and some really
Do
angry.
you guys know what the word great is in Klingon?
No, but
could-
I need
You
to
can
learn
Google
great
it.
success. Uno momento. That is Spanish.
I don't think they do like an adjective to their thing. I think it's or an adverb or what.
I would
Whatever.
like to point out that I did spell Klingon correctly, so I
There
feel
you
like I
go.
should at least have that going.
They just say if it's a great success, they just say it louder with more force.
or headbutt the guy next to them.
Great success.
I bet you
And
in Google Translate, I'm looking to see if there's Klingon.
We are such dorks.
I'm doing it. I'm looking it up.
So it just says Kapla, so I feel like you just have to say it louder.
Yeah, kapla.
But I want to know what great success is.
So
And it's spelled differently than I expected because it's not Quapla.
I just
It's QALPA.
Yeah, kapla.
I feel like that should work in Words with Friends.
I'm very
But I don't have a W or a U.
upset to
limit.
say that Klingon is not in Google Translate.
Google, get on that.
Oh. It just clicked that that's a Star Trek language, and I no longer want to learn it because Star Trek just killed me with that one movie.
Hold on.
I know.
Oh, no. Hold on. What have we been talking about for the last 10 minutes?
I don't know, Scotty. My brain's broken. For some reason, it didn't click that it was Star Trek. I didn't realize.
What
that's
did you
where
think it
said-
was? Like a real language? There's a real people?
I knew it was some sort of science fiction thing, but I guess my brain just did not connect it specifically with Star Trek.
Oh, wow.
And that one movie you made me watch kind of killed it for me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, ah,
There's one-
Kapla.
You know we're not going to pick the best movies.
I know.
No, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
Anyway,
It still has a bad taste in her
I
mouth.
do. I do.
God bless you.
That pinball machine is no longer at Game Over. And good riddance.
It's not?
No.
That's sad.
Or they moved it, and I don't know where it's at. Did you? I didn't see it. It wasn't on the far left one anymore.
I haven't been there in a while. Because I live so far away.
I went to Game
I haven't-
Over the other night, and I was a little disappointed.
I haven't been in a while. I just listen. Okay, if you sit at the bar, they have our beer. First of all, mine and my Derby wife's favorite beer, which is the Vanilla Barrel Cream Ale, and it tastes like a cream soda, but in a beer. It's amazing,
It really does.
and they have it on tap. And there are 2 TVs at the bar, and if you sit at either of them, they have those classics attached to them. So if we can get a spot, we always sit at the one to the left usually, and we play Super Mario World 3 and drink our beer, and we don't have to pay for the game because it's on the TV, and we just sit there. And it's amazing.
I just feel like on busy nights, like Art Walk, where it's super busy and people are going in there, and some people want to drink and eat, and it's super busy, they should have more than one person behind the bar.
I agree. They should.
Or you just don't go there.
We did have
Well-
that. We haven't been in a while, and we
I
went
wanted to
last
try some of
night.
their new food items.
Their new food is good.
It is.
It's way better
It
than their
is.
menu was before.
But they and I'm not saying that the guy didn't do a good job. I'm just saying that he was like a little underwater.
We went last night, and we had to find them to get our check, which
Yeah.
doesn't always happen. But we hadn't been in a while either.
Right.
So, but it did seem like they needed more people than they had.
Right.
On
I
that,
agree with that.
On that note, let's talk about next week.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about next week.
So next week we're going to watch Halloween 4.
I knew a Halloween movie was coming up.
The Curse of Michael Myers.
I will not be here.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
I will potentially be here.
Yeah, well, hopefully you'll be there.
We're going to figure this out. We're working on a weird schedule, guys.
The guest person is amazing.
Yeah,
though.
so we have a guest. Our guest
And
is
it's gonna be here?
Our guest is going to be here.
Cool.
She is a college professor from the University of South Alabama who teaches.
Get it.
She teaches English and literature, and she has a horror class. She teaches.
She has a horror class she teaches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's her
Yeah.
jam is horror
right,
films.
right, and she's a dear friend.
Not
and,
at all
and
intimidated.
so excited to have her.
100%. I'm not intimidated.
She's awesome. And
Dr.
she also is a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer
Huge
fan.
Buffy.
I
Like
have
if-
not seen that. I
I
need to
would
put
like
that
to,
on
I
my
would like to
list.
do a Buffy show and have her on it. You two would be amazing.
I
on
would
it.
love to do it.
I need to watch the show first.
But see, that's what you should do. You should watch it when we just do it every week.
Okay.
When we
I'm
get all
I'm
get
putting
time.
on my shows to watch.
We should do
that,
that. Like
just
episode every
week.
It would take forever, but it'd be great.
It gives us content.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We should totally do that.
So
Just
we're
watch it every week, and then on top of our other movies, we just like on top of the
well,
meeting.
we'd be a separate show.
So I'm
so
gonna-
so
I'm
sorry.
gonna pause this conversation real quick so I can play the
Okay.
trailer.
I'm
for-
sorry.
So sorry.
For
Do it.
Halloween 4: The Curse of Michael Myers.
10 years ago, on the night of October 31st, a small Midwestern town fell victim to an escaped killer. Under the cover of darkness, he carried out the most horrifying mass murder on record. 16 people in cold blood. Ever since that night, no one has forgotten his name. And Halloween has never been the same. Now, Michael Myers has come home. He has returned for one more night of unholy terror. Michael!
He's here to kill that little girl and anybody who gets in his way.
Oh God!
Who's gonna be next?
Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers.
Maybe nobody knows how to stop him.
All right, so now we're back. So we're gonna see that next week. Ladies, what do you think it's about? Have you seen it?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Probably not in a while.
This is the Curse of Michael Myers.
Curse of Michael Myers.
Halloween 4. Name all the other ones for me.
No,
and
I'm
we
sorry,
can-
I'm sorry. The Return of Michael Myers. Curse is the next one. No,
She's
Curse is
gone
the last
first?
one. So it's Return, Revenge, Curse. Yeah, so Curse is 6. So forgive me on that. So
Okay.
it's Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers.
Okay.
Because he was in Halloween 2. Halloween 3 is a totally different movie. Halloween 4 is The
Okay, is
Return.
Halloween 3 the one with the mask?
Yeah, Halloween 3 is the one with the masks.
So then the answer is I don't think I've seen number 4 because after number 3 I was like, screw this crap.
All right.
Yeah, I
Okay,
thought
so
it was
I'm
awful.
going to tell you what number 4 is
Because
about.
number 3 was terrible.
Okay.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's charming in its own terrible way.
So Mike Myers is the dude with the knife and the mask. Like the
Yes.
all white. Yeah, that just kind of stands. You see him outside
Okay,
windows.
let's just see. Is he the one with the hockey mask or the Captain Kirk mask?
Okay, the hockey mask is Jason.
Very good.
What? I know what they look like, but I have no idea what they do.
So did you know that?
But Jamie Lee Curtis is in the Halloween movies, correct?
Right.
Oh, guys, I'm on a roll. Okay, so listen, this is what happens. So Mike Myers has been hunting for multiple movies
All
now.
right. So are we talking about like Mike Myers from Wayne's World? Or are we?
Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
No. I want you to clarify because
Okay, well,
I'll
it's
be
not
like,
Wayne's World, which I have seen, and there was a snake in one of them, and they did a music video just to prove I've seen that movie.
All right.
Anyway, and they're in a basement. So,
yeah, baby.
Oh, that reminded me of, what is that? The dome, where they're in the dome. Do you remember what I'm talking about? They went in the dome, the
Biodome?
ecosystem. Yes, I've seen that stupid movie too. So
That's up
stop.
Pauly Shore.
Everybody needs focus. So Halloween 4.
Everybody needs to focus.
Okay, so Mike Myers has been doing these hauntings. Apparently the third is about masks. He could not find one that fit right. And I feel you, dude. Like sometimes I have an outfit picked out and I go to put it on and it does not fit the way it did last week. So he was going through a mask phase. Cool. Whatever. So he's returning because after his mask phase, he needed a break. He went on vacation. And now he's back because it's Halloween again and he can't miss Halloween because he haunts people on Halloween, I assume, because it's Halloween. Halloween 4. So that's what happened. So he's coming back. Now, Revenge, is that one of the other ones? We're not talking about that now.
No, Revenge
We're
is
doing Return.
We're doing Return.
Revenge is 5.
Okay. Well, he didn't get the candy he wanted in that movie. And he's
So at the end of the movie, he's like, I didn't get my candy, so I got to do
so
another
in this
movie.
one, like he comes back for Halloween, he does this thing, and it doesn't end the way he wants, but candy for him is killing people. So he's like, I didn't hit my quota. I really wanted to hit 15 this time. I only hit 9.
I need those numbers.
So next year is going to be my revenge. I'm going to get 9 plus 15. So that's what happened in
awesome.
Returns. He got a vacation and he feels better. He feels more like himself. He feels more stoic.
So Michael Myers got his
And
groove back.
He's like, my knees feel better. I can just stand outside these windows for hours and be super creepy. I'm ready. Sharpened his knife like on vacation. He just sitting out there like on a beach somewhere like shh, shh, shh. He's ready.
So what do you
Done.
think it's about?
You're welcome.
Well, I know. I'm trying to remember all of my Halloween. Okay, so the second one, they supposedly killed him. Is
Yes.
that the one where they set him on fire?
Yes, they set
Okay,
him.
so they set him on fire, and they think he's pretty dead in the second one. The third one, he was not even in.
Oh, they set
So
him on
that's why
fire.
on the
That's
fourth.
why he needed a new mask. You got charged.
No, do you know that he wears a Captain Kirk mask
Originally.
from Star Trek?
Originally.
Yeah.
Anyway. So
Star Trek's
the fourth
everywhere. It's
one,
like
the
the
return
herpes
of Michael
of the
Myers,
science fiction
obviously he shows back up because he's not dead. He's been hiding somewhere until his burn wounds have healed, and I feel like he's going to come back.
It's like Voldemort.
Actually, probably.
I seriously bring this up every show, and
No.
I'm so proud of that.
I think what it is the psychiatrist dude that for some reason feels some sort of way about him is like has been hiding him and trying to take care of him while his wounds are healing.
Is this
And
like a weird
so-
mix of Hannibal? What's
No,
happening right
there's
now?
a psychiatrist that's been trying to take care of this kid for a while.
His name is Dr. Loomis.
Yes.
Does he have
So,
a parent? Like a mother?
He killed his mother.
He killed his mother in the
Oh,
first
that
movie.
is-
No.
No? Was second movie?
He killed his sister.
Killed his sister. I
Yeah.
don't know where
Is
And
that
the-
not Jamie Lee Curtis? Is that not his sister?
that is his sister.
I know things.
But it's
guys.
not his sister anymore.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, if that was my brother, I would also become not
Well,
his brother or
anyway.
sister anymore.
No, in the new Halloween, in the most recent Halloween. All right, so.
So sorry, Stephanie.
Sorry to break this up, but I don't get to click because this is stupid.
'Cause it's-
Halloween, the newest one, is a direct sequel to Halloween, the first one.
So the second and third are their own things.
The second one may have happened, but I'm not entirely sure. Halloween 2 is basically November 1st. Halloween happens till midnight, and then November 1st is basically Halloween 2. Jamie's in the hospital.
Like he goes back to his bat cave.
He goes back to the hospital to try to kill
Right.
to finish what he started. So that, literally, Halloween 2 is November 1st.
Right.
Halloween 3,
Just like next year for Halloween.
well,
right?
it's a few years later, but
Okay.
the Halloween 3, John Carpenter imagined Halloween not just being this movie about the serial killer. He thought of it like an anthology series, like a Twilight Zone or something like that. And so they went a whole different direction about this Irish warlock guy who makes children's Halloween masks to kill children on Halloween.
So you put them on and bugs come out of them.
Oh,
it's gross.
Yeah,
Is
it's
this
great.
like the Highlander thing where you're like that weird science fiction one?
Yeah.
We just ignore that happened.
Right. Yes, pretty
There's-
much,
there's-
exactly.
It's kind of like that.
Cool.
And then Halloween 3 did so bad, and the fans wanted Michael Myers. Halloween 4 happens, and it's the return of Michael Myers.
There you go.
They're like, I'm so sorry. He's returned.
Sorry to interrupt your story, but I
It's
wanted to-
okay.
Keep
But
going.
no,
Well,
that's basically
but-
what I was saying. But I do feel like Dr. Loomis has been taking care of him because Dr. Loomis is also crazy.
Donald Pleasant's so good.
He is good.
And that's the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
That's trying to like really bring him back.
Side note, he's also the priest and Prince of Darkness.
Yes, he is.
He's also, but you know what his name is? Father Loomis. I think they're brothers.
Right. Probably so. Anyway, there you go.
So he's like the weird girl that's like, no, I can change him. Okay, Becky, I can change him.
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Nah, girl.
I can help him.
He needs me.
Except he's like all of that. Except his version of help is like he should die. I am the one who should kill him.
Yeah.
He's a monster who should not exist.
It's going to hurt me more than it hurts him.
Kinda.
Anyway.
Cool.
So yeah, we're gonna watch Halloween 4 with our good friend Dr. Ann Guzzi, who's got some really good. She's like, so what do I need to bring for this? And I'm like, oh well, whatever, dude. Just
Libations.
I hate that I'm
Doctor.
going to miss her.
yeah, so we'll have her on again. We'll definitely
Yeah.
we'll definitely have her on the show again because
Come visit us at Horror Gras, where I will be dressed up as Harley Quinn.
Oh, you're wearing a costume?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna wear a costume no matter what, but
Yeah, she
Drew
was-
suggested it because I'm also gonna skate no matter what. So he was like, just be Harley Quinn because she skates in her movie. I was like, all right,
Oh,
cool.
you got to go skating that day too?
No, I
No,
just want
she
to.
just wants to wear
no,
skates.
if I could skate every day, all day long, I would.
she would have
Okay.
skates on now.
I 100% almost put them on, but we didn't get here in time.
I will not be wearing a costume.
I will not be either.
Okay, well, I will also not be wearing a costume, but Harley Quinn will be here instead. She'll
Drew-
be sitting in my place.
Drew may be joining us too during the day.
That'll
so,
be
So
awesome.
that'd be cool.
You better be
I'm
in
going to wear
costume.
one of our T-shirts.
I'm gonna be wearing one of our T-shirts too.
I'm going to be wearing whatever Harley Quinn wears once I do the research.
Well,
Maybe with purple hair.
there's so many different Harley Quinns,
I
actually.
know. Thankfully, doing roller derby, I have a bunch of like short shorts and things that I could wear that Harley Quinn would probably wear. So I'll just pull up in my closet,
All righty.
find me something to wear.
You go, girl.
I
You wear them
will.
shorty shorts.
Work is really cutting into my skating time, is what I'm saying.
Well, gotta make that money.
Yep.
Dollar bill, yo.
I'm actually going to go skating tonight.
I'm going to have to wear a
after the
costume
podcast.
that night for the show I'm in.
How is your
so I'm
costume?
not wearing... Huh?
How is your costume?
That's a good question.
Oh,
Oh.
that's amazing.
I have not
Welcome to
seen
Hell
it yet.
Week. That's a good question. Hell Week.
I have not seen it yet. The only thing I know about my costume is I have to be barefoot. And
No, they better sweep that stage for you. Who's your stage manager? Oh, I know who it is. Don't tell me. I got this.
I have to be barefoot, and
Pregnant.
I am wearing a mask in
Whoa,
one scene,
whoa.
and my mask is already done. We actually do have a pregnant witch who will be barefoot and pregnant.
That's funny. I'd make that joke.
And a
Like
witch.
noticeably pregnant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can I touch it? No, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure
That's
you can.
weird.
Oh no, it's so hard not to. They're so cute. You just want to do you rub
Yeah,
on it
she's,
sometimes?
She's due in either the end of January
That's weird. I don't know why
or the
people do
1st
that.
of February. But yeah, she's noticeably pregnant, and we're praying it's not a Capricorn. So we're hoping it pushes on into the 1st of February.
What's wrong with the Capricorn?
My ex-husband.
Oh, done.
Straightly for the ex-husband. All right,
My
on that note.
ex-husband's a Capricorn too, so.
On that note, I'm saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours.
Bye!
Thank you for listening to the Mopcast Network.